Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. At the moment we are here in Santiago, the capital of Chile, one of the southernmost countries in the world and a very important country in South America. It is deeply faith-inspiring to witness that almost 140 years ago, in a very remote and unknown place of India, a person claimed to be the promised Messiah whose advent is expected by all major religions. He claimed that one part of his mission is to reestablish the lost relationship between God and mankind, and on the other side, to revive the true teachings of Islam. So, the idea of this documentary is to show you how it is to start up the mission of the promised Messiah ﷺ in a country where we don't have any members, where we don't have any Jamaat set up. On the other side, as we, followers of the Ahmadiyya community, we believe in the divine promise given to the founder of this community that I, myself, shall cause thy message to reach the corners of the earth. So the idea is to show you how God himself, with his invisible hands, opened up the hearts of the people to accept the message of his divine reformer, and how the people react to the true message of Islam. The key aspect is to have personal relationships with followers of other religions and the wider society in general. So in Argentina, I have a very close friend of the Jewish community who recently as well had the privilege to have a private audience with His Holiness, with Hazur. And he was so deeply impressed by our community, our work, that when I told him that I will travel to Chile, so he did not only join me in this trip to Chile, but he also arranged that at the special occasion of their celebration of New Year, Rosh Hashanah, they invited me to their synagogue, and as well after the celebration of the New Year, he spontaneously said to me that I should join them at the occasion of the New Year dinner at his sister's house, who lives close by. And it was really remarkable that at the end they asked me if I would like, and they even insisted, please recite something and bless our New Year and bless our dinner by reciting something from your Holy Scripture. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. In Chile, I was invited by a Christian organization who organize every year a national congress, an Interfaith event. And I had met them at the Argentinian Congress. And at some point, due to our personal relationship, then they invited me as well to come over and send a video message. And whilst I was there at their event, spontaneously, also at the end of the ceremony, they invited me to recite the Holy Quran and say a few words about Islam.
El Islam enseña que algunas veces gestos muy simples o incluso a primera vista muy menor son milagros y pueden cambiar, si no el mundo entero, al menos el mundo entero de una persona.
So almost it happens always that at some points on journeys to spread and introduce our community, you find some unexpected moments, unexpected meetings even. So the same was when we were received by the authorities, and including the rector of the Catholic University in Chile, which is one of the most prestigious academic institutions in the country. I was not expecting that much protocol, as all the authorities were present to receive us. So at some point I could perceive that they had certain misconceptions about Islam, and took the courage to tell them that let me clarify with all the respect some of your doubts, especially in regards of jihad.
Como una expresión de jihad, o también ahora el conflicto ahora con la blasfemia, con Salman Rushdie. Por eso yo también aclaré que si un musulmán analiza el término blasfemia, no existe en Islam ningún castigo por blasfemia.
And upon finishing, they were so impressed by our teachings and by our clear values. He said that it would be good if you also in the future could give a talk about your perspective and your point of view. And also at the end of the meeting, he even invited us to sign on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community the Book of Distinguished Visitors and Honorable Visitors. And just as I was flicking through the pages, I could see just few pages ago, from the year 2018, one of the last visitors was Pope Francis. So I was, in myself, in my heart, I was just like impressed and astonished that from 2018 to 2022, just they had only few visitors signing that book. And now they had allowed us as well and invited us to sign the book. And even afterwards, just in the morning, I was reading an article which they had sent to me, which was published by the rector himself, where he was introducing the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. And he said that he was so much impressed by our clear teachings about Islam, about interfaith harmony, and the importance of religious freedom. So I think one of the achievements as well of the trip here to Chile was that we managed as well to find some of those contacts who already knew about the Ahmadiyya Muslim community from the past, but to certain reasons they had lost the contact to our community, and now going through different reports and getting in touch with previous missionaries and people who had served here in Chile, we managed to trace those contacts.
Mi nombre es Rafael Rincón, vivo acá en Chile hace ya 17 años y bueno, mi interés de alguna manera en la comunidad Ahmadiyya comenzó cuando una vez leí un artículo y algunas cosas sobre la comunidad en el sitio web y en esta revista, ¿no?, de Bureau of Religions, la revista de las religiones, y de ahí me empecé a interesar un poco sobre, bueno, qué hacía la comunidad y sobre todo por esta visión tan distinta que tenían sobre el Islam y sobre algunos temas. Así que entré en contacto con la comunidad, fundamentalmente con Marwan también. Conversamos mucho y sobre todo sobre tolerancia religiosa, ¿no?, que es muy importante. Tolerancia, consistencia y el espíritu que tiene la comunidad Ahmadiyya. Tuvimos una conversación para el podcast que se llama En el fin del mundo sobre precisamente esos temas y tuvimos también en algún momento una clase en la universidad con mis alumnos. Así que ha sido muy fructífera, ha sido muy interesante conocer esta otra visión y sobre todo este activo sentimiento por la paz, por la consistencia y por la tolerancia.
So one of the guidance which I've received as Imam working on ground level was that Hazur instructed me to integrate fully into a society, which means to become like one of them, but also it includes to know about their culture, their traditions, their rituals. But it doesn't mean now leaving up your own values, rather knowing about their values. And in this sense, on one side, for example, we had different meetings with academics. But on the other side, we were also with the common people on the streets. Anyone who had, from any simple taxi driver up to any simple person who was just walking through the park, and he saw us that we were speaking about Islam, so they came, they addressed, or they spoke about they raised their doubts, their questions, and it also allowed us to know more about the perception of Chileans about Islam. So I think generally what we felt that sadly many people have still the misconception or associate Islam with a violent, terroristic religion, and also on the other side in regards of the human rights issues and especially the women's aspects. Porque en realidad en Islam no existe coacción. Entonces ningún hombre tiene el derecho de imponer a una mujer el velo o la burka. Lo que pasa es en esos países que distorsionan el mensaje del Islam para...
¿Cuáles son las coincidencias del Dios musulmán con el Dios judío y el Dios cristiano?
Podríamos decir que todas, porque para nosotros es el mismo Dios, aunque nosotros le llamamos, quizás como he podido escuchar, Allah.
But also what I've seen here that people feel very comfortable to listen to your message and also then to change their opinion. So in this sense I think I see a lot of potential in Chile.
because I see that part of this culture is that people feel free to dialogue and then also accept your view and your values. So after now finishing this very short but also very intensive trip to Chile, I think I especially think about the sayings of the promised Messiah ﷺ, variously repeated, that is our task now in this era. It is the task of his followers to spread the true and beautiful teachings of Islam to all corners of the earth. And we should undertake, and we should not leave any stone unturned in this mission. But at the same time, he repeatedly as well said that we firmly believe in religious freedom, and we believe that the faith is a matter between the person and only God. And God is the one who decides who to guide and who to inspire towards Islam. And on the other side, I think I would also add that from my past experience, whenever you go on a mission to introduce the community and the true image of Islam, I think the person who most benefits from this mission or this journey is the person himself, in this case myself, because you are the one that you can witness directly, first-handedly, the invisible hand and the invisible signs of God and his support for the community. As I'm convinced that whatever I experienced in Chile and all the respect given to us was not due to my personal qualities or honor or skills, rather just because of the fact that I belong to this special community, just because of the fact that I'm a humble servant and representative of Khalifatul Masih in this country.
जाएंगे हम जहाँ बेके जाना पड़े हमें.
Make sure to like, comment below and subscribe to our YouTube channel and other channels for the latest content.